Hello and welcome to another Monday night commentary. It seems like only last Monday I was doing one of these. Hello. Yeah, it's me again. Sorry, I've been a bit lapsed on the old YouTube videos this week. Just been taking a little bit of a break really. Probably going to last over this week as well, but as I committed myself to be doing one of these every Monday, I thought at least better try and get one uploaded. I will be honest, I had nothing planned to talk about at all, so I decided to browse the comment section of my YouTube, which admittedly is not really the place you want to be going for inspiration to be doing a commentary for. And then I remembered there was a Johnny Big Bollocks who was trying to comment on his stats a few days ago. So we're going to talk a little bit about stats, and we're going to talk a little bit about YouTube partnerships. Now this gameplay, it's not my best at all. My aim is all over the place. Luckily for me, the pilots were a little bit stupid in terms of how low they were flying, so it kind of made it easy for me to shoot out people out the air. But I picked this one for a reason, and that's because in a moment I inadvertently do that third person view glitch using the tank destroyer, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I'd throw that in there. You can, there is a way you can do this. I'm completely anti-glitching, and obviously I'd inadvertently done this. I didn't mean to do it. But there is a way you can do it. Not that I'm telling you to go and find it, but if you check out IND Gamers, they do a series called QED. One of them is called the third person view glitch. So if you want to mess around in the third person view, you can do this with infantry as well, not just with vehicles. Go and check out their YouTube page and that'll show you how to do it. And here it is, look. Here it is. There it is. There we go. Completely useless because you can't aim for shit while you're doing it. But it was very funny for a short while. So yeah, go check that out. So yeah, let's get back onto the commentary. So recently in my comment section I had a guy coming along, as I normally do. This happens like once every couple of months or something. Someone will come along and think that their virtual stats in a game mean something towards me in real life, and I'm sure loads of people out there have had this, whether they've got a YouTube page or not. You always get that one guy who thinks his 1000 score per minute really changes the way that you're going to play, and that he's the best thing since fucking sliced bread or unsliced bread, depending on where you're coming from. So yeah, it just got me thinking, why do people rely so much, or not rely on, but why do people fall back to their stats so much, trying to prove something about a video game? Now admittedly, when Battlefield first came out, this is the same with many of the Battlefields that I've played, for the first couple of months I do watch my stats, and I do like to see numbers going up here and there, but then you kind of realise to yourself, well, let's put an example out there. When Battlefield 3 first came out, for the first 3 months, maybe 3.5 to 4 months, I was in the top 100 for jets, tanks and IFVs. Now that was obviously pretty cool, I did like that. But then I realised, again, as I've done with every Battlefield before this, to keep a ranking on the leaderboards, you not only have to compete with the boosters and the cheaters and all that kind of bollocks that you don't really want to put up with, but you've got to put up with all of that, and then you've got to kind of make a decision to yourself as to what role you're going to be playing, and then you've got to kind of stick to that. So for instance, if I wanted to keep my score with jets, I would have to give up playing tanks, IFVs and infantry and play nothing but jets for, well, forever really. And that's not something I'm prepared to do, because I like the Battlefield for the open worldness. I like the fact that I can get in any vehicle. I like the fact that I can go and just run around with a crossbow now if I feel like it, or I like the fact that I can just dick around with C4 and just do whatever the hell I want. And it's that freedom that you don't get in other sort of shooter games that I really like, such as here, look at that was easy, thanks mate. Such as Call of Duty. You know, that's really, somebody's put this to me before. Call of Duty is more like a paintball game, whereas Battlefield's more like an online war, and I do agree with that to some extent. But I like Battlefield for the fact that it's an open world game technically, apart from Operation Metro, which is just like a really long map. Generally it's an open world game, so I like to be able to have the freedom to just mess around and do whatever the hell I want. Now you're going to get these people, the Johnny Big Bollocks, who think that their stats are amazing and they're going to be coming to you. And as I said before, I'm sure you've had this message before. You've been playing a game, you'll beat someone, or you'll do something that somebody doesn't like, and you'll get a message saying, oh well, my stats are blah blah blah, my score per minute is 1,736,482, and you just think, does that affect me in any way at all, really? Because I'm the kind of guy, like I said before, I did like watching my stats coming up. Oh, here's something I don't do very often. Watch this. Ah, KO Destroyer would be proud. Look at that. I got a dog tag. It's only because I spend so much time in vehicles that I don't actually go out and knife people. But I don't know, I'm kind of crap at knifing, to be honest. Every time I've tried to do spectacular knives, and obviously I play with what I consider one of the best knifers in the world. I know a lot of the other guys, the rabbit jumping guys who only play Team Deathmatch, Noshar Canals, don't consider him to be one of the best knifers. But KO Destroyer is the kind of guy, I can play Conquest with him, and if we're getting under fire with a tank, he will jump out and run straight towards it and try and knife it, which is bizarre. But there's another example for you. There's somebody who does not give a shit about his kill death ratio. He doesn't care about what his score per minute is or anything like that. All he cares about is getting a knife, getting a few dog tags, and making sure that he's having some fun in the game. And primarily that's what it should all be about. These statistics don't matter to anybody in real life. You cannot put your stats on a CV and go try and get a job and say, look mate, I've got a fantastic kill death ratio in Battlefield 3. Well, you got the job, buddy. You got the job. Yeah, it doesn't work like that at all. Now, obviously, in a competitive circle, you're going to get people who are really, really concerned about their kill death ratios and the score per minutes and all that. But to your average everyday gamer, and that's a shameless plug to my friend Beaver's channel, Average Everyday Gamers, but to your average everyday gamer, these statistics do not matter. You know, we're only there to have fun. Now, obviously, you can get games that are more frustrating than the others, and again, I'm going to go back to KO Destroyer, but I play with him like almost all the time, and he's one of the hardest people to play with as a team, because what's going on with that frame? Oh, I don't know, fucking HD PVR's cutting out or something, I don't know. But yeah, playing with KO Destroyer is one of the hardest things to do in terms of teamwork, because he loves getting his knives and he loves messing about so much. But to be honest with you, as much as I moan at him, it is some of the funnest games playing with him, because he just dicks around and he does some of the funniest things, and I like that. I like that quite a lot. And again, he's not worried about his kill death ratio or anything like that. And like I said, you will get games that are frustrating. I had one recently where I was playing against almost all of my buddies, and they were spawn camping me, and I had nothing but new guys playing. But then you think, well, the game's over, you know, that's it then. You can leave that server, you can go find another one, or you can stay in there. It's your decision. But at no point are you ever going to be worried about how many kills, the deaths you got. It's a video game, for Christ's sake. And that leads me on to the other part of this commentary. Well, I say leads me on. This has all been freestyled. They're all completely freestyled, but this one has been the most freestyle, because I genuinely didn't think of anything to talk about before coming to do it. So this is all just coming off the top of my head as I do it, which is the way it should be, really. Monday Night Commentary is all about being a relaxed, you know, commentary. We're not too serious. I'm not a serious guy anyway, so I don't really give a shit, really. But I was recently offered a partnership with 2 companies for YouTube, which means, for those of you who don't know, I've started getting paid for videos, obviously with advertisements on them and so forth. But I decided that I'll turn it down, and the reason I did that was because, to me, this is very much a hobby. I find it very fun. I do like making videos, I like editing videos, I like playing the games anyway, and I like talking about the game. So for me, this is very much a hobby. And although I was hitting their statistics, again going back to that, what they required for you to be partnered with them, which was 1,000 views on average per day throughout the month, and I was hitting that over November and December. But I got to thinking, well, it'd be nice to be getting a bit of cash for doing this, but at the same time, I don't want to have to sit there and worry about statistics that are meaningful in the real world, because obviously this is going to have monetary value to it. But I don't want to have to sit there and worry about statistics for my YouTube channel when I just consider this fun. That's then going to turn into work, and I don't want that. I'm not saying in the future I'm never ever going to get that, or ever going to want to have that. Of course it would be nice to get a little bit of cash for it, but at the same time, at this stage right now, This is all just fun, and I enjoy having the freedom to be able to upload whenever I want, upload anything I want as well, because as I said in the last couple of commentaries, I'm not really concerned about the views and the likes and the dislikes. I'll put a video up if I like the video, and if other people like it, then that's great. And again, that sounds cliche, but that's just the way I work. So at the moment, I've got the freedom to be able to do that without having to worry about anything in particular. Now, if I became a partner with somebody, one of the networks, that's then going to lead me to be worrying about statistics. I got a feeling that would be sort of affecting the quality of my videos, because I'd only be focusing on the ones that would be getting me the most amount of likes and all that, and I don't want to go through with that. I just want to keep this a fun channel. And you know, we've got a great little community here. I talk to a lot of you a lot of the time, and I recognise all the regular commenters, all the regular guys leaving comments for me on the YouTube page. I recognise all of you, and I do speak to a couple of you on Battlelog as well, and I like the way it is at the moment. Nice little community, and you know, putting out a few videos here and there that you guys like, and I want to keep it that way. So in closing, let's not worry about any stats. Don't care about score per minute, don't care about views per month. Let's just get on and have some fun. I've been Diddley, and I'll see you in the next video.